Hey y'all, and welcome to my plus size grandma. I'm up and it is like 3 a.m. here in North Carolina. I'm still in the car, getting out occasionally to stretch and stuff. This rain and flood is pretty well doing its thing. See, y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop thinking that you got it made. Cause stuff look easy. See, everybody thought we had it made, but the weatherman kept saying that this storm was going to be slow moving and it was going to be one of the worst storms ever here in North Carolina. And there is floods everywhere, including where I'm at. It's flooding here where I'm at. And I'm just praying my granddaughters are okay. I know they are. I'm not with them. I'm at the top with my mom, but I'm still in the car because it's not enough room on the inside of her house for everybody to go in there. So it's like 3 of us got cars parked out here in the yard, because this is the highest part of where we live at. Let me turn that down a little bit. But you probably can hear the rain beating my car and stuff. I really just, it'll be alright though. It'll be alright. I got high expectations that whatever God has for me in this season, it's gonna happen. And I've been needing me a new place to live anyway, because I've been in that same place since I was 17 years old. Brought it when I was 17, paid it off, brought it brand new. So hard-working young girl. So I know God got some greater stuff for me. It's gonna be a sacrifice, but I got to do it. Okay, so my topic for tonight, this morning is, if you can hear me, because it's rain talking louder than me. Letting go. That's what I'm feeling right now. As I'm sitting here, and when you're sitting, everybody else in their car asleep. The rest of them are couples, and I'm the only single. So I'm in the car by myself, and they're with their other halves. And I'm sitting here thinking about letting go, what that really means to me. What that means to me is that there are just going to be some people that we meet in our life that we are really going to be attracted to. We're going to really be down for. Probably do anything in the world for. But it comes a time when you have to let go. You have to admit to yourself, okay, I failed in this area. This area didn't work out. And I just need to let it go and live my life. And there are some areas that you're going to fail in life. And don't be ashamed of your failures, because that's your blessing. That's how you grow right there. The areas I fail in, they are blessing me now. You don't see it then, but you'll see it by and by. You will see it by and by. So letting go is like a very important thing that you should learn early in life. Is how to let go of things that rob you of your peace and joy. Things that rob you of your dignity and who you are on the inside. Things that take away your laughter, your smile, your heartbeat. There's some things out here that can take away your heartbeat. They can hurt you so bad. And I'm reminded tonight of, this morning, if I say tonight, just let it be tonight, because it's dark out here. Ain't no lights on. But I'm reminded of the relationship that I had with a certain person. It didn't last long. It was better before it was a relationship. But I'm reminded how hard that was for me to let go. It wasn't easy because the guy was actually so good. He just did so bad. But yet he was a good person. Never cussed me out or anything like bad. Do I see power? Oh no, somebody's turning on the lights. Never cussed me out or anything like that. But he was bad for my soul. He made me feel less than when it came down to the point of where every time we would set a date, he never would date. I have pictures, y'all, of where we set a date to go to the movies, and he never showed up. I took pictures outside, the theater to show him that I was here, I'm waiting, and I kept texting him saying, is you on your way? Is you on your way? And he never felt the courtesy enough to even text me back and say, I'm not coming. The movie was supposed to start at 10 o'clock. And I just sat there till about 11 just to see, sometimes you just need to set things out before you try to drive. Especially if you know that it hurts you and it's going to impair you a little bit. So I sent those pictures to him and I showed him that I was there, and he never responded to me until the next day. The next day, you hear me? When you are like that, in a position like that, and I had to learn, see, that was my first time going through that. My first time going through that when I was 40 years old. My first time. When you're in a position where a person keeps standing you up and making excuses of why they can't be with you, then you have to take control of your mind and your heart. And you have to come up with a plan and a real reason why you cannot be with that person. You have to tell yourself the truth. It's not, listen, a million people can be talking around the world telling you what you need to do. But what it all comes back down to is the truth. You have to tell yourself the truth and quit denying how people treat you. In public, you're happy, but when you go home, you're sad and you're crying. Yeah, I've been there. In public, you're smiling, and on Facebook and all these social media sites, you're smiling but silently dying on the inside because somebody didn't hurt you. Because you were stood up, or because somebody didn't respond back to you. They didn't think you was worthy enough to respond back to. And it took me a little bit of time, but I had to let him go. I had to let him go for the simple fact he was toxic. My health started declining, and I started feeling bad about myself. And it just got to be not worth it anymore. But you don't want to get to the point where you feel like it's not worth pursuing anymore or worth being involved with a guy. You want to, if you know he ain't right for you, just go ahead and leave. If the red flags come up, just go ahead and leave, because just because you feel good about a person does not mean that they feel the same way about you. And you need to just believe what people are telling you. They show you all the time. To tell you the truth, men really do not hide how they feel about a woman. They don't hide it at all. So if they're showing you something and telling you something, you better believe them. There's a lot of guys who will just come up and start talking to you, and then once they get you in the relationship, then that's when they start treating you really bad, really horrible. That's when they start ignoring you and really not trying to spend any time with you, because it's like, I got the prize, I ain't got to work for it now. But when they had to work for it, it was a different story. So you have to, and I feel like this, a man that's really worthy of my time now, I'm gonna say that he really, I ain't wanting him to be extra and start being fake, but he really got to be a man of his word. He got to be a man of his bond, his word. He got to be a man that really knows who he is. He can't be a man that I got to raise. He can't be a man child. He can't be a man boy. He can't be a muck boy. I'm gonna say a muck boy, but people say the other word. But he can't be a muck boy. He's got to be a man's man. He's got to know exactly who he's coming for, what he will and will not do. He's got to be able to communicate. Yes. Letting go is necessary. It's necessary sometimes. And you shouldn't feel bad about having to let go. You should be thanking God, because that's a person you letting go that did not love you. Okay? There you go, right there. That's it right there. You're letting go of a person who did not love you. That means you just saved yourself years of heartache trying to prove something to somebody when you don't have to prove love. Love just does. That's what it do. And I'm going to always say that. It just does. You don't have to prove nothing to nobody. You don't have to be supersonic to the mother, to the father, to the brothers, the sisters, to them. You just be yourself and let love do its thing. And here's another thing too. A majority of the time, people do not know that they're in love like that. When they're more focused on just being right and doing right and treating people right, you don't have time to worry about, do he love me? Is he cheating and all that stuff? The jealousy. You don't have time for that whenever you're really living in love and acting out love. You don't have time for that jealousy mess, because you want to see each other grow. So you're not going to put each other down. You're not going to say things that will hurt one another. You're going to have decent conversations. You're going to have that growth there. If you're in a relationship and you've been in that relationship 2 years, if you don't see no sign of growth and there's some things you don't like and you address it and it still doesn't, it might get corrected for like a week or two and then they go back to the same thing, then you need to think hard about, is it time for me to let go? You don't want to spend 5-6 years and every day of your life you wake up thinking, I don't like him. I woke up for I'm going to say the first 2 years were good. Let me tell you, the first 2 years in my relationship was good. But them last 13, I woke up every day, I would say, with probably hate in my heart. I mean, that's how bad it was. I would look at him and I couldn't smile. I couldn't laugh. I could not do anything because I was so mad about every little thing. It got to the point where every little thing he did irritated me. If he walked in the kitchen, it irritated me. If he got a dish, it irritated me. If he washed the dish, it irritated me. It got to the point where I could see no good. I could see no good because the relationship was not really, meant to be like that. The relationship had become toxic. And I kept trying to still make it work, even though I was rolling eyes at him. He was rolling eyes at me. And this was every day. I believe we woke up to fuss with one another. And have real fusses and fights. Fought the majority of the time of the relationship. And now I got a body that's bruised up. Now. I got some messed up sciatic nerve trouble and stuff in my back. So, I messed up my body for one man, not knowing that I wasn't going to spend the rest of my life with this man. If I had left when I first saw the signs, the first 2 years of the relationship, I would have been better off. It would have hurted for a while, but at least I would have had my body parts right. And I would have had a better mindset if I would have went on and went through what I had to go through in the process of letting go. It is a process.